Domestic violence is a pattern of abusive behavior that is about trying to maintain power and control over an intimate partner or family member. In the U.S., 20 people are physically abused by an intimate partner or family member every minute. However, there are many behaviors and tactics an abuser can use to try to maintain power and control other than physical and sexual violence. One tool we can use to look at those abusive behaviors is the power and control wheel. The outside of the wheel represents the physical and sexual abuse that can sometimes be part of domestic violence. Sexual violence includes any sexual behavior that you are not okay with or that you do not agree to, including using force or coercion during sex. The inside of the wheel represents the non-physical kind of behaviors someone might use to try to control their partner or family member. These include intimidation. Intimidation can be in the form of threatening looks or gestures, displaying weapons, destroying your property, or hurting or threatening to harm or take pets. Emotional abuse. Emotional abuse can include behaviors like humiliating or bullying you, playing head games, or manipulating you, and spiritual abuse. Isolation. Isolation means controlling or limiting what you do, who you see, or who you talk to. It can also include cutting you off from family and friends. Your partner may use jealousy to justify their behavior. Denying, minimizing, or blaming. Abusers may refuse to take responsibility for their actions or redirect blame. This can look like making fun of the abuse, saying it didn't happen, or saying the abuse is your fault. Using children. Your partner may try to maintain power and control over you through your children. They might try to blame the children for the abuse, try to turn the children against you, or threaten to take the children away from you. If you have left a relationship, they may make you feel guilty about keeping them away from the children, interfere with visitation time or custody, or threaten to make a false report to DCS. Economic or financial abuse. Economic abuse can include behaviors such as preventing you from working or forcing you to work, creating debt in your name, not allowing you to have access to money, or making you ask for money. Using privilege. Using privilege can mean treating you like a servant, bossing you around, creating strict relationship rules, threatening to out you, or using racism, sexism, or other biases against you. And finally, coercion and threats. Your partner may make or carry out threats to hurt you, threaten to take your life, threaten to report you to a government agency, or threaten to make a false accusation against you if you go against their wishes. Another tool for understanding abuse is the cycle of violence. Domestic violence often happens in a cycle, but this cycle can look different in every relationship. The cycle begins with the honeymoon phase. During this time, you and your partner may become very close emotionally. Your partner may make you feel special, important, cared for, and safe. Once the honeymoon phase starts to fade away, the cycle can move into the tension building phase. This can be a period of growing pressure, mood swings, demands, or rejection. The power and control behaviors mentioned earlier start to emerge. You may feel like you're walking on eggshells, and you can tell that something is about to happen. Once the tension reaches a breaking point, the cycle moves on to the explosive stage. This is when abusers become violent. The explosive episodes can be physical, like pushing, grabbing, or punching. They can also be more high risk, like choking or strangling. An explosive incident may also not include any physical violence, but instead involve verbal abuse, making threats, or carrying out threats. However, the explosive phase doesn't last forever. The cycle eventually returns to the honeymoon phase, where your partner may bring you gifts, apologize, give you physical affection, and make promises to change. During this phase, it feels like everything is back to normal, or that the relationship can begin again. Over time, though, the honeymoon phase may become shorter or fade entirely, and the abuse may become more severe. Why does the cycle continue? Most relationships are based on love, and people may have hope that things will change in time or go back to the way they were. Many people may not realize this kind of behavior is abuse, and they may also be afraid of what might happen if they try to leave. Remember, it is not unusual to be in this cycle, and if you are not alone. No one deserves to be hurt. Let us help. Advocates are available to assist and support you. For help in Nashville, please call or come to the Family Safety Center. For help outside of Nashville, reach out to the National Domestic Violence Hotline.